Mary Kate with Country High Road, and I finally got to track down my buddy Phil Vassar.
You did.
Here at the Birchmere in Alexandria, Virginia. Hey, bud.
It's good to see you, sweet girl.
Good to be seen.
Great.
Thanks. I feel great.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
I know you like coming back to Virginia. This is like home.
It is home, yeah.
What if somebody like you get out there and the Birchmere is one of your favorite places? Why?
I do. You know, we do bigger shows, but you know, this for me is it's all about. You know, I remember as a kid coming. You see a lot of the people that influenced you. You know, the Jackson Browns or whoever, and Vince or whoever. You know, a lot of people that are great songwriters play here in Annapolis at the Ramset too, and I just love coming home. Of course, I've got about 20 of my fraternity brothers here.
Oh,
I went to college with, and
that's cool.
And grew up with. So I mean, it's just there's something about home. You know, like tomorrow night I go home to my hometown.
Yeah.
And I'll see my mother and my family and my cousins.
Oh
and
yeah,
my sisters, and so I mean, I think that's what's for me. I think.
Yeah.
Special.
Oh yeah.
You know, the special stuff. You know, you get to.
It adds to the night.
It really does.
It adds to the whole experience, the whole trip.
It really does.
It really does, and you're making more memories.
And yeah, we're off for a few weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks after this, so we get a little break. When we were in Vegas this week.
Yeah.
And
how is that when you do corporate events,
mm-hmm.
which are cool, and of course you didn't get a hold of me, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm teasing you. But what is how different is the crowd as opposed to you when you're out on the show?
You know, it's different. You know, corporate. You know, because a lot of people don't know who I am, or I don't. I don't know if you've had any hits or 20 hits or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but that's the fun part, because with this year we're doing this hits and heroes. Mm-hmm. So I'll do some Elton John, I'll do Billy Joel, I'll do Bob Seger, and it's so fun to do all that stuff too. The stuff I grew up with. Yeah. And the heroes of mine that influenced me in my writing, and I just love doing it. And it's so corporate shows are great, of course. Yeah. You like when they call you for that kind of stuff. And, but I love it.
It was a quick trip, wasn't it?
It was.
Boom.
It was.
Vegas has changed a lot, hasn't it?
Vegas has really changed a lot.
Yeah. I've been there 6 years.
I mean, it's
insane. It's insane.
I mean, and Danny Gans, of course, was one of my really close friends. Yeah. And I lost him, and it broke my heart. And, and Carrot Top, a lot of these guys, they do a lot of stuff out there, and I just love them, and they're hard workers, and it's a interesting life.
It's a whole different world.
It really is.
It's like their own planet. I swear it is.
So
we got this Christmas tour coming up with Pam. Tell us.
I love Pam. Yeah.
Okay, so when you do these, do you reach out to the artists? Do they come to you? How does this work where you decide who you're going on with?
Well, you try to mix it out and do different things. Of course, Pam and I were label mates on Arista. Okay. And and of course, Mel was friggin' awesome. I loved him, but she's a great singer. I mean, she can sing anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she is just. So I'm excited to work with Pam, and just to get to sing with her is an honor.
Oh, it'll be a good thing.
It is going to be great, and we're only doing a few shows. Like last year, I think we did 20-some shows. Yeah. This year, I'm slowing it down a little bit. I think we're doing three show weekends, sort of 6 shows, and I think it's good for me right now. And I'll gear back up next year. And,
so we're looking at new music next year. Something maybe coming out.
Absolutely, I've been writing, and I love I love writing songs.
Yeah, I mean, that's who you are.
I love it, and I think being able to do that now and just kind of kick back and but I took a while off from the road, so it was it's the first time since 9? Yeah. So I mean, it was it's been decades I've been on the road, so it was really nice to kind of take a little break, and my voice feels great. I'm singing better than I've ever sung, and I love that.
So you talk about your influences, and we kind of have a little request. Mm-hmm. How are you? First off, how did it affect you when Jimmy Buffett passed away?
Well, it shook me up, honestly. I got to hang out with him at the Hall of Fame induction awards and at the ASCAP awards, we sat together, and I've always been, a huge, Buffett fan. Of course, the world loves Jimmy Buffett because he was just, he cared about what he did. He cared about his music, and he loved to play, and live music was his life. So we do, like even tonight, we do a Jimmy Buffett tribute, and of course we'll do Seeger, and we do Billy Joel. So, but Billy was he was very down to earth. He was so normal and such a sweetheart of a guy, and he cared about. He cared about everybody.
I've never heard anything negative, anything ever about him.
I could not believe how endearing and sweet he was, and so that meant a lot to me to do that with him.
I'll tell you what, his fans throw some hellacious tailgate parties.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out in those crowds?
Of course.
Dude, I'm telling you, they bring boats and stuff. I saw them out in Indianapolis, and I'm like, whoa. And you can't help but be part of it.
Well, it's fun, and it was a party, and that's what it was all about that, but his songs, I always go back to that, and he had a great band. Of course, the choreographer band was incredible, and Mac McNally and all these guys. I just always looked up to him, and he really spent so much time in Nashville. He recorded a lot of that first stuff, those albums, and he just influenced so many of us, and just being himself. And
you just did that Ronnie Millsap thing.
Ronnie was.
Oh my gosh, I watched some of it, and I'm like, it had to be so good for you to see friends again, and what an honor that was. How was that night for you?
You know what? It was cathartic. It was very special, but it was just made me think a lot. Of course I got Dean Sams came up and played with me.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was so great, and I saw Tracy Lawrence, and I hadn't seen Tracy in a bit, and actually since his charity thing we did.
Yeah.
So. It's just so good, and Trace was there.
Oh, I saw the picture of you.
And he's
taller than everybody in the world.
Well, he is. But he's just the freaking greatest guy, he's just good. He's a good man, and he seems happy, and you want your friends to be happy. You want it because being an artist is we're all kind of a little introverted or this or it's hard for us to sort of express ourselves except through music. And it always was for me, but I always kind of I have so many friends, and I'm always kind of out there all the time, but it was just great to see him, Blair Gatlin and all those guys. I just they're not just
he deserved that honor.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a night.
He is unbelievable. What he's done, and it was a big night for him, and it was so great to see a packed arena for him.
And the artists and the stars that got together just made it even better.
It was great. It was
so is Haley still doing any music, or do you guys doing anything together? Or?
You know what, she is always writing, always doing.
I wonder where she gets that from.
Yeah, she is such a talent. My girls they're just artists. They have that artist mentality,
They've grown up. They're so beautiful.
Oh, they're just so.
They're just.
And they were with Ed Ronnie.
I saw that picture. Yeah, they're beautiful girls.
Well, they're just. I just love
kids.
They're just wonderful girls, and smart, and I'm just very, very lucky. I'm just so.
So you got these Christmas artists. Have you ever thought of maybe getting the girls together and do a Christmas thing?
Absolutely, we
that'd
probably
be kind of cool.
Yeah, we actually talked about it at the end of the summer. Maybe even writing some songs, or because I did a special. I think it was on CMT or something, and we did a Christmas special with them, and they both sing like birds. It's like, oh my Lord.
and you're in awe. You don't even want to sing because you're like, there you go.
Well,
you
I mean,
gotta
I'm
sing
like
it.
tearing up and watching them. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, it's like, is this for real, you know? And they, but they're beautiful people, you know, and I'm very proud of them, and they're very smart. So we'll definitely do some music together.
I
but,
hope so.
You know, we're,
I think this is just me, I think you should do an album, put the songs together that are like your slow ones. Just kind of piece those together for a kickback. There you go.
the slow album?
Yeah.
Lay
Put my
back.
name on it, okay?
I like ballads anyway.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I mean,
of
you know,
course,
that's just
my
something.
show is always just so,
Yeah.
you know, and I was thinking about it, you know, I've had, well, you know, maybe one #1 song that was a ballad, you know,
Yeah.
really. You know, of course, This Is God, Rose Bouquet, some of
Yeah.
those things were hits, but
Can you do Rose Bouquet tonight?
you know what? I
Can
don't,
you try?
just see if I can remember it, babe.
I got cue cards.
You
No,
do?
I'm kidding.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. 'Cause
How about
I'm
if I just go up there and sing it and you play the piano?
Yeah.
Will that work?
Okay, that'd be
Everybody
good.
will leave, trust me.
No, it's,
They'll leave.
I do love, you know, I grew up, you know, the Billy Joel songs and Elton
Yeah,
John, you know,
yeah.
Tiny Dancer and,
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Rocket Man, all that stuff. I mean, they were, you know, they were huge influences, you
Yeah.
know, and especially being a piano player, you know.
Oh,
'cause
yeah, that's
They
rare.
were my guys, you know, and you know, even James Taylor, who I always loved and,
Yeah.
and always thought, I mean, Jackson Brown, I've actually seen a lot of these guys lately,
Yeah.
and
Now, did you ever get to see Elton John in his heyday?
of
With all
course,
them outfits? Was that like
it was surreal. It was,
surreal? Isn't
it
even the
was
word. I don't know
huge.
how to describe it.
and I would just be, you know, I'd be,
Yeah.
holy crap, who can wear a freaking headdress and,
And jump around like that,
Yeah.
and them boots and everything. We saw him in Chicago, and it was like we couldn't, like you, we were in awe. It was just amazing.
well, he's, you know,
He's unique.
it's nobody like him or Billy Joel.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just, they were, they're just, and the way they play, they just,
Yeah.
I just,
And it looks like it comes so easy for him.
it is,
It just
because
does.
it's like they're just special, you know, there's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's like God touches certain people.
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
earth. And I mean, you know, I think they
A
were,
songwriter, you're the songwriter. Does your mind ever like turn off? Or do you like, you know how some songwriters will say, they'll hear a word or a conversation and next thing you know that we can write that. Is
yeah.
that kind of what you, or do you just kind of take a break once in a while? Or is your mind always reeling?
Well, you know what, it's better than it used to be, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, because I couldn't, you know, I was so wound up,
Yeah.
you know, and I think, I just, you know, what about this, you know?
Yeah.
And one day I finally said, you know, I gotta stop worrying about everything and just be, you know, let
Yeah.
it be, and I think it feels great.
Yeah,
I feel more peaceful, you know?
That's good.
And because, you know, it just, you know, you got your family, you got your kids, and it's, you know,
That's first.
you're
That's
blessed,
what
you know.
matters. Yeah.
And that's what, you know, you just, I don't need to be running off all the time, and
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just, you know, I just talked to my girls right before this.
Yeah.
And seeing my friends, you know, like a lot of my guys that, I mean, I've known since I was a kid, or 18,
Yeah.
19, we grew up together, went to college together, now we're all.
And then what's important too is you keep that through the years. You don't lose that. And then when you
Yes.
see them, it's even more special, if that's such a word.
It
More
always
special.
is, and,
Yeah.
and I think it's, you know, you cherish these moments, you know,
Yeah.
that we get to be here, and I get to sing and
Yeah,
play, and
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I mean, thank you.
Now, is Christmas a big thing at your house, or like you decorate, you go all out?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, all the holidays, I mean, we've got pumpkins out the friggin' wazoo. I
So do
mean,
we.
it's just, it's always been, my girls love it.
Yeah.
And I love it, you know, just being a dad of girls.
Yeah.
And the outfits, the stuff, and
Now, when you were a kid, you trick-or-treated, right?
we did, of
What were
course.
some of your favorite costumes? Do you remember them? And what's your favorite candy?
You know, I never really eat candy. I never ate, I'm not a candy sweets person.
Oh, you're blessed right there.
Well,
Trust me, you're blessed.
I always did like a Snickers bar. let me tell you.
Yeah.
But you know what? I just I never was a sweets person, and you know what? Everybody has their thing, you know. But
Yeah.
you know, some people like coffee, some people hate it.
Yeah.
I live on it, you know. And you know, I never was a drinker.
Yeah.
I just never was, and you know, it's all about personal choice, you know.
Yeah.
And it just makes whatever makes you happy. And
Yeah.
and some of my buddies, they love, you know, having a few beers and watching Jimmy Buffett or
Yeah,
whoever,
yeah.
and that's great.
Yeah.
You know, and I just, but see, you know, for me, I look at music a little differently than probably most people. I'm always thinking about the song. I'm thinking about the production and the sound, and so it's hard for me to relax and do it. But I'm getting better at it.
Good,
You know, I
good.
think it's a little older, I guess.
So, okay, now, when Steve decided to leave the group, what is the process like for you or maybe other artists? How do you get someone else? Like, you know people, I'm sure, but like, how do you get somebody that you can really, that will fit in?
Well, you know, these guys, Steve, these guys are my friends, too, you know, and they're not just great musicians, they're, you know, so you live together on the bus, and you know, you create a life, and of course, Steve has young, you know, the boys are so great, and you're not going to understand, you know, and I wish, I mean, I miss that stuff. I mean, I feel like I missed in so many ways, you know, them growing up, you know, but I tried to be at every, you know, PTA meeting, all this stuff. I mean, I've always been involved with my girls, and they understand.
And that's hard to do.
And it is.
It is.
It's exhausting, you know, but it's worth it, you know, and
But they remember that.
And I do.
And they remember that you were there when you could be there. Yeah. You know, really.
They were always talking about that. They always said, Dad, you were always around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I try to be. You know, but I mean, I did miss a lot of stuff, you know, I missed birthdays and I mean, I've even written songs about that stuff, you know, and so, but you know, you try to instill in them a work ethic and you know.
Well, they know your life, so
Yes.
it's how you present your life to them.
They do.
Yeah.
They
It's
understand.
not easy.
And it's not.
For anybody's children whose artist is in this life.
Right.
To do the road with them and it's hard.
Because you feel like you're sharing, you know, they're sharing the world with their dad, but everybody else. And I think they're just such amazing girls. I mean,
that means you did good.
Well, I mean, and their mothers are great.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It takes a team.
It really does.
It really does.
I mean, it always, you know, they said it, you know, it takes a village, you know, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But you know what? That's the truest statement. I know what that means, you know, when I started having the kids and you know, we had to work hard, you know, to really, you know, to make it work.
Acclimate them to your life.
But it's been great. It's been really, really great. And, you know, now I think I'm just appreciating it even more. And I'm spending more time with them as I can.
Good. Okay, we got some crazy questions.
Okay.
Favorite topping on a pizza?
Pepperoni. I know I'm boring, but that's...
Nah, it's okay. Because my grandson, that's his favorite.
Pepperoni and mushrooms, and that's
Okay.
I know I'm boring.
On a
I
hot
like
dog,
onions.
chili and cheese, or just chili and then just cheese? I know it's a tough one.
I don't like cheese.
You don't like cheese? Oh my God.
I don't eat cheese much, and then, but you know, I do love chili. Love it.
Yeah.
And then with, you know, meat in it, beef.
Yeah.
Oh, I just do love it. Well, I like food in particular. There's not a whole lot that this guy didn't eat, but.
So when you go to the movies, do you have to have the popcorn?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We always
Bucket or
get one of the
just a little
big
bit?
chugs of.
And then do you end up bringing some of it home? No.
We eat the crap out of it. I do love popcorn. It's one of my vices.
Yeah.
I love it.
So do you like the beach or the woods or the mountains?
I'm always going to say the beach because I'm a beach bum, but you know, I love the mountains though too. I love the woods, and I mean, sometimes like even my property, I'll just go, I have a trail back there, and I'll just walk it, and it's just so peaceful. I mean, unless you're a bear or something, which I have seen.
Oh, have you really?
Oh, of course, and coyote and everything else. So I do take my gun with me.
Yeah. Have you been out to the Grand Canyon, either the north or the south rim?
Absolutely, yeah. I've flown over it. I've been hiking there.
Because a couple of weekends ago, I've been to the south rim. A couple of weekends ago, we went to the north, took my grandson and family. I just stood there like in awe. It blew me away.
It's almost makes you cry.
It does, yeah.
It's like it's just, you know, we've got to see so many beautiful things, and and seen the world, but I mean, there's still places I want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going to Alaska, and I mean, we're and I think about it. We've talked about this on the bus and with Jeff and all of us, and I'm like, man, we are so blessed to be doing what we're doing, and just being able to, I mean, just meet people and have friends. I mean, here we are, we've known each other a long time, and it's just great. It's special to see each other and just to see different places.
Especially when they fly out on a regular
Yeah, I know, that's pretty good. You gotta be tired. Yeah, we were
my arms are tired. That flying was a bitch.
It was a long. I mean, we did Vegas this week.
Yeah.
And then always flying from West Coast to East Coast is always fun.
Oh yeah.
But it's great, and I'm just so lucky I get to play still and make music, and I'm so thankful.
We're happy. We're blessed too.
No, I love you guys.
What's going on next year? After the Christmas thing, which is going to be big, it's going to be amazing. Here's what I think you need to do. I'm going to tell you.
Okay. Thank goodness you're
here. I'm telling you, you need any advice. Just slowly start working on that slow song album. And then come fall, start working on them women and a Christmas show. There you go, okay?
Women and a Christmas show. Yeah.
To get the chicks together and get the, Pam Tillis and all them and get them together and you guys go on a Christmas tour.
Yeah,
what do you think?
It's so fun. I mean, Dina was great. We had that last year, and Dina and I have known each other since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And she's such a sweetheart too, and of course doing the show with the Lone Star guys. I mean, they're my friends, and good friends are hard to come by. They are. It's like and you
good real friends.
It really is. That are there for you, and because life is tumultuous. It has there's a lot of ups and downs, and
you never promise tomorrow.
That's right.
You never are.
We know that for sure.
Yeah.
But we, it's just, we had such a great time doing that, and it's, I do love singing with other artists too. Of course, Jody and Huey Lewis, and of course doing that together with him, and who I just talked to.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Even talked to Vince, last weekend, and it's just people who I just love them as people, but their artistry is just mind-boggling to me. And he's playing with the Eagles. Of course, one of my favorite.
Yeah. That was quite the deal for him.
It's great, and what? He's perfect for that.
He is.
And nobody's better than Vince. I love him, and it's.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times, and you just sit there and you can't.
You can't.
You can't move. You just you just take it all in.
It's like an angel singing. But it's what we're just so lucky just to be just in the middle of that, just to be around this kind of incredible talent. I mean, there's so many that I've gotten to work with over the years, and I'm just.
Would you change anything?
Probably a couple of nights, but.
Okay then.
No,
I know what you're saying.
I think I think what you do, you try to do the best you can, and a lot of times as artists we put our trust in people, and sometimes they mess up. So it's
that way in life with anything.
It is, really. But I feel like if you're a good person. And I do know artists that have a hard time being nice, and you probably do too. But I mean, and it is, because they're angsty, and heck, I've calmed down a lot probably.
Have you thought of doing songs from the cellar again?
You know what? I built the barn.
Okay.
I have the barn now on my property. It's way bigger, and matter of fact, I talked to Dennis Quaid a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
He's great.
His stuff, oh my gosh.
And he just did a gospel record.
Yeah.
I mean, he's such it's like something.
And people said Dennis Quaid. I'm like, yeah, Dennis Quaid.
I mean, he's such a talented person. I mean, he's just he's a great guy, and he's. I mean, of course, we've all seen his movies, but it's like you just go, wow. And I love to do that too. The acting stuff is fun,
Yeah.
But it's but it's fun and so I've done a little bit of that stuff. But he's it's just fun to get to do different things.
Yeah.
Try to act a little.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be De Niro or something, but it's really fun to get to step outside the box a little.
So next year's going to be kind of some new music, do a few shows here and there.
I think next year we'll probably hit it pretty hard. I'm excited about playing.
Yeah.
I took the year off and
Well, let me see what I can line up for you out west. All right, I'll call some people.
That'd be great.
All right.
I love it. I'm excited about getting out.
Phil, we are so glad you got to spend time with us.
I'm so
And
glad.
we're glad.
I'm so glad.
We're
too.
so
It's
glad
sweet.
to see you, and we're looking forward to that. This is my first time here. I've never been here before.
You know what? The Birchmere is one of my favorite venues in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and there's several over here on the East Coast. I mean, you just look at the pictures on this wall.
Oh, yeah.
And who's played here, and it's legendary. I mean, I remember hearing about this place when I was a kid, and when we first started playing, on the East Coast, because this is where I grew up, and so we played up in, Baltimore and DC, and of course, but the Birchmere is one of the greatest places you can play.
I love smaller venues.
And it is, and it's not even 1,000 seats, and it's just
It'll be a good night.
the history. It's great, and I'm excited to play here.
There's a lot of people out there excited to see you.
Yeah, I know. A lot of my fraternity brothers are here. It's like,
The mumblings of people are like, oh, and they were out in line for hours waiting to get the line number to get in.
oh, that's so crazy.
So I guess you still got it.
Well, I got something. I don't know what I got, but
Well, thanks. Have a great night, and we love you.
love you too.
Oh,
Sweetheart.
good to see you. And I want to give a shout out to Faith,
Camera
one of our
Faith,
Faith,
no,
who was
she's
our
a
camera
sweet
lady. Thank you, Faith.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye everybody. Check out philvassar.com. Love you.
Love you.